Hi, I'm Steve Vesterli, and this is Beneficial Intelligence, a new weekly podcast with stories and pragmatic information for CIOs and other IT leaders. This week, managing complexity. Have you noticed that in large organizations, it is very hard to make changes? Even pretty small changes take an immense effort to effect. I've seen this over and over again, and I'm calling this the wall of complexity. The reason that this happens is when every part of the organization needs to buy in to every change, then we end up in a situation where there are many interested parties, and if all of them have to agree, then you can be sure that somebody will not sign off on this change right now because they have their own change project running. So they won't sign off and will be keeping one project held back. And as the number of projects grow, we end up in a deadlock where everybody's waiting for everybody else, and everything has to be so carefully coordinated and split into very small increments that it's hard to get anything done at all. This doesn't happen in engineering projects. I know we're using the word software engineering, but software development is not actually an engineering discipline. In real engineering, they are able to build really huge, really big and complicated things like spacecraft, and they don't run up against the wall of complexity. Why doesn't this happen? Because they have an organization that reflects the different systems in their engineering project. In SpaceX, there is a vice president of vehicle engineering who's responsible for the spacecraft. There is a vice president of propulsion engineering who's responsible for the rocket engines. But in an IT department, we don't have a clear split in this way. Back in 1967, Melvin Conway proposed what's known as Conway's Law. Conway's Law basically says that every system built by an organization will reflect that organization's internal structure. For us in IT, that means that our internal structure is that everybody is at the same level. The operations department responsible for actually running things is not separated by system. Instead, it's separated. There is a group of network administrators. There is a group of database administrators. There's a group of storage administrators. When we're not splitting our systems, we're not splitting our organization along system lines, then what happens is that everybody's at the same level. Nobody is actually responsible for defining the boundaries. So all of these colleagues sitting together try to make everybody happy, which leads to these 15-person meetings with 15 representatives from different systems trying to work out a schedule to implement a change. It's very hard. What we should do instead is to take a leaf from the book of microservices. What they're doing, part of the reason for their success is that they have organizational teams that are responsible for different parts, for different subsystems. Now, running a large microservice organization is really hard. And for most organizations, it does not provide a benefit commensurate with the effort it takes. But we can use Conway's Law to our advantage by organizing our IT department along system lines. When we organize around systems, then those systems, the boundaries of those systems, will automatically tend to solidify, which means that we're able to step away from the wall of complexity. Thank you for watching Beneficial Intelligence, a weekly podcast with stories and pragmatic information for CIOs and other IT leaders. If you like this content, please spread the word. If you have comments, please get in touch. See you next week.